back. We get another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared here with Bob, and this might be the end of days coming on right now.
I don't know why everyone's so bent out of shape about.
There's a war brewing.
Well, I know that, but I mean, as a dumb civvy over here,
yeah.
like if it's gonna be like bad.
Yeah.
We just blow that fucking place off the earth.
Well, I think good old number 45 is about to do that.
Oh, fuck. Nico said he wanted to call in, but I think he wanted to talk Patriots, not this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because, first of all, Nikos is great.
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
Because everything he spits out is just gold.
Yeah.
Except he can't spell. And non-sports facts, he definitely doesn't know.
No.
Because he said 43 is going to blow the place out of the water.
Yeah, I let him have that.
I don't think it's going to be, W.
Should we call him?
No, we can't.
We can plug your phone in. Do you have a guy?
Just...
Like a little aux thing?
Oh.
Ah, shit. Maybe we can't. Unless I don't know how.
Unless you took the dongle.
Yeah. I would need. I could. I can't call him on my old phone either because that phone's dead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Whatever. He wanted to talk Patriots, but I don't know. But yeah, so he can't spell, and
No.
yeah, he said Trump was 43, which
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah, no, he is 45.
Yeah.
But yeah, good old 45 is about to. He's about to hit the button.
That's all government should be, right? According to Ron Swanson, is one guy sitting in a room picking which country to nuke, right?
Yeah, I think so. So I think my favorite part about all of this nonsense that's going on is Nikos's Twitter. Because he literally just tweeted right before we got on here. He goes, Trump's about to press the button, isn't he? He's been tweeting about this all fucking night, and he's great. He is, fuck, let me see if I can give him a shout out. He's at Neek37. So that's NIQUE 37 on Twitter. Holy shit. He's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, especially with him, like if you need an avenue into Black Twitter, he's a good one.
Oh yeah, well I mean he's my plug into Black Twitter.
Yeah, otherwise I would have no idea. Otherwise I think it was a different app.
Yeah, so the latest on this is that Iran launched ballistic missiles on Iraqi air bases today. This happened like within the last few hours. So they struck back. You know, we blew Soleimani to literal pieces. I heard that they identified it was him because they found his hand. And his hand had like a special ring on it that was given to him by Supreme Leader Ayatollah.
Supreme Leader Snoke.
Because Iran has a Supreme Leader. They don't have a fucking president or a dictator.
Is their
or
Supreme
anything.
Leader a huge bitch like fucking Snoke in Star Wars?
Probably.
He's gonna go out like the Nightman.
Yeah. And so yeah, he was literally blown to shreds. And they, like I said, the only reason they knew it was him is because they found his hand. Apparently there were videos going around too. So they killed multiple people, but there were videos going around like someone found a fucking penis. And they were just fucking like throwing it. It was pretty fucking good. They had one of the podcasts I listened to, the Drinking Bros, they had on this guy called the Terrorist Whisperer. He's been on the show before, but he did a documentary called The Terrorist Whisperer. He's from Iraq. I think he grew up there, but he was trained in the military, and then he came over here, and now he talks about all that. It was a pretty good episode. He talked about all that crazy shit and how much of an awful person Soleimani actually was. But I thought it was funny that the story behind the ring. So the whole reason they knew it was him because of the ring is because Supreme Leader Ayatollah gave it to him, and they told all the people that it makes him bulletproof. It's a bulletproof ring. And then when they were talking, I guess someone posted on social media somewhere, and this guy goes, yeah, apparently Ayatollah forgot to give him the one that's rocket proof. It's just bulletproof. And like people believe that shit because I don't know. It's not a third world country, but it might as well be.
How is it not?
I don't know, because they have an actual leader. I think a third world country has to be like fucking chaos and nothing. Like they do have like an economy. They actually have a lot of money.
Well,
like,
they have
with the oil. You know, I think it's one of those things where it's almost kind of like Russia in a way.
Are there rules like so?
There's like 12 people that have like 99% of the wealth.
No, Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Dubai is
the city. Is it in Abu Dhabi?
It's in the UAE.
What's Abu Dhabi? Is that also in the UAE?
Potentially, yeah.
So I think like Dubai, like all the riches in like Dubai are owned by like 3 people.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's how Iran is too.
You know how rich those guys must be too?
Yeah.
It's gotta be insane.
Oh yeah, like billions on billions.
Yeah.
So I believe there have actually been casualties, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nico said 71. Is that right? That's a lot.
That's something that I heard too. I don't think there are 71 Americans, but I do think that some Americans will make up that number, because the way they have it over there is there's Americans stationed at Iraqi bases. So there's American only bases. So I got this all from the podcast I listened to today. So the guy literally said like they'll never attack an American base. One, because it's filled with Americans that are geared to the fucking gills, and also like the way it's built is good.
It's not a fucking mud hut.
Yeah, it's not a mud hut. But he said what they will do is they'll attack the Iraqi bases that Americans are stationed at, because it's an easier target. You know, they're less I guess covered, or they're less prepared to handle an attack, I suppose. And there's Iraqis there and all this stuff. It's a fascinating podcast. The guy was talking about how, like, just the intricacies of like politics and how people in Iraq have gotten smarter, and the Iraqi government voted and is saying it is trying to vote to get America out, but all of the people in Iraq are saying like, no, we want Americans here. Like, the Americans made this country better, so we want them to stay. But the politicians are like, you know, they're obviously being bought by certain entities or whomever, you know, like all that shit. Like he went down that rabbit hole, and it was really, really good. I forget the number, but I mean, if you just Google Drinkin' Bros podcast, it's probably the latest one, and it's I think it's called The Terrorist Whisperer Returns or something like that, because he's been on the show before.
Yeah. Are they all vets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, except for Ross. Ross is a civilian. But
civvies, as we like to be called.
Yeah, he's a civvy like us. So 71, you said? 71 people have died. You know, this is only the beginning, unfortunately. I think, well, so I also saw, Nico sent us the tweet from Donald Trump. I think it was yesterday it was dated, when it said the United States just spent whatever billions of dollars on military industrial equipment and things like that. If Iran decides to attack us, they're gonna feel the wrath of all of that money and craftsmanship that just went down, or something along those lines. That was his tweet, and I thought that was pretty fucking good too. So I don't know. The whole thing is kind of. I don't think it's gonna turn into like a legit war. like I said on the previous podcast when like Finn and Vinny were here, I think most of like the World War III thing is like scare tactics from the Democratic Party, trying to get like the younger people that are obviously going to be afraid to go to war. Yeah. One, because this generation is the biggest pussy generation ever. I think that's just a natural progression. We've talked about that before on the show. Like, every generation gets less and less fucking, like, actual people. Like, I am much less of a man than my dad was, and way less of a man than my grandfather. Like, my grandfather built his fucking house with, like, by his own hand with other guys, obviously. He didn't do a solo job, but, like, he built his fucking house. Like, my dad was a manual laborer. I went to college. Like, I'm a huge fucking bitch.
Yeah.
If I want to learn how to do something, I have to watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like, my dad and my grandfather could just, like, be like, oh, what do you need? All right, yeah, I'm just going to do it. Well, have you ever done that before? No, why would I have to? Like, that's, like, the type of response that you get. And us, so like I said, like, every generation, life gets a little bit easier, and you become more of a pussy.
Oh, yeah. Huge bitch.
Like, my grandfather was in World War II. The guy got 2 Purple Hearts. Like, two. Like, he got fucked up the first time, and then went back. And got a second one. Like, what the fuck? He had a bunch of medals and shit, too. I used to have them when I was a kid. I don't know where they are now. Maybe one of my aunts or uncles has them, but, like, that's what I mean. Like, he was a World War II vet. Like these previous generations are legit people. And even, like, when I was talking before about, like, my grandmother. Like, my grandmother used to make her own clothes. Like, she would sew dresses and shirts and pants for, like, the family. And she would cook everything from scratch. I'm not fucking doing that. No. I'm going to Old Navy or American Eagle and buying my shit. Like, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
But, So I think it's like, you know, the left is trying to use the scare tactics for this generation that's obviously terrified of going to war because they're so ill-prepared for war to try and vote for the other side, like I was saying the other day. But I don't think that that it's going to turn into a world war because Iran is backed by China and Russia. And I don't think either of those countries can afford to go to war with the U.S. Because, so this is also one of the guys, Dan Holloway, who was on the Drinking Bros, talks about this today. And he said, essentially, Russia is a house of cards. Like, that country is an absolute shit show. It always has been. Like, every time they go to war, they run out of money. It's literally, like, World War I, they ran out of money. World War II, they ran out of money. Like, the country literally cannot afford monetarily to go to war.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. Is it like from a getting fucked up perspective or like a literal dollar?
Yeah, no. Like, the rubles cannot carry Russia through a World War III. They will go bankrupt. But China, on the other hand, could theoretically, like, monetarily afford it, but they can't economically afford a war with the U.S. because of all of, like, the trades that we do with each other between Apple and Amazon and Nike and, you know what I mean? Like, giant fucking corporations would just disappear. And, like, tons of jobs would be lost. They already have a fucking population problem. They have a one-child limit on families now. Like, they have too many fucking people. So, like, if you take away major fucking corporations, what are all these people going to do for work? I mean, granted, they'd probably just, if they are military age, they would join the military, but, like, it's not good for China either. So that's what Dan was saying today, was like, or on the podcast on today, like, I was fucking talking to him. Fucking asshole. But what he was saying on the podcast was that, like, so Iran is backed by China and Russia, and neither of them, like, one of them monetarily can't afford it, and the other one, like, economically can't afford it. So, like, the World War III is not happening. Like, unless something fucking catastrophic happens and Iran shoots a fucking nuke off. like, if Ayatollah is really a fucking dumbass and fires a nuke somewhere, maybe we got a different story.
But, and I know there's, like, rules and stuff.
Yeah.
if it gets that bad again, why not just blow them off the earth?
Oh yeah, just fuck it.
How
many nukes do we have left?
Okay, so I don't want to hear
Send them all.
So outside of the, well, you can't kill all those people. Outside of that argument, why can't the U.S. just blow a country off the fucking face of the earth?
Right. Because if it comes down to it at the end of the day, it's kill or be killed.
Right.
Like, do you want to sit here and get fucking nuked, or do you just want to wipe out an entire fucking country?
Especially Iran.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a real country.
Right.
They have a shitload of oil, should make it fucking, you know, go up.
Good fireworks.
Yeah. But, like, that's my thing is, like, why, especially if it gets, like, a little bit sour, why not just blow them off the fucking face of the earth?
Right.
Is that the play? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
like, why?
If Donald Trump's the president, anything
I just don't
fucking
like
play.
why. It's like, oh, we're gonna send troops and we're gonna do this long drawn out thing. It's like, dude, just get rid of them.
So I heard this thing. It might have been on this podcast. I don't know. I've been following this actually pretty closely. I also did nothing today at work, so did a lot of sitting around.
Good for you.
So I did a lot of reading and shit. But so apparently, and I don't know how accurate this story is, but apparently when they briefed Trump on like Soleimani and like the whole Iran thing and like he was going to be traveling to Iraq and all this stuff, he was going to Iraq to help allegedly establish like attacks on US troops. So as the story went, they briefed him on like 4 different options. Like you can do A, B, C, or D. And let's call it C was blow them up. Drone strike. C was drone strike. And then like A, B, and D were like something else. They didn't think that Trump was going to go with the drone strike. They just kind of presented all of the options. And they were like, yeah, we'll give it to him, but like he's not going to do it. And that's the one he picked. So again, I don't know how accurate that is, but like it did happen. So like maybe that story is accurate. So like what you said, why can't we just blow them off the face of the earth? I don't know. As long as Trump's the president, anything is possible. That guy's a fucking nutcase. He's up at like 2:30 in the morning on Twitter, like tweeting about like how Nancy Pelosi has fake teeth.
Are they made of wool?
Yeah, they might as well be. She's like fucking 700 years old. He's amazing. Like he's a huge fucking douchebag and kind of a dickhead, but like he's so entertaining. He's not the hero we need, but he's the hero we deserve.
Yeah, I just like every time I hear that with Iran, it's like, oh,
yeah,
dude, just fat man, little boy, just drop them.
Yeah, right?
It could be fixed. And what? Okay, and then like you said, if someone on a podcast understands that Russia and China really can't do shit,
right,
then actual other people definitely know,
right,
that they can't do shit.
right.
Like, I don't know. Does what's the thing? The people, oh god damn it.
The thing with the people.
The United Nations.
Oh yeah, the UN.
Could they be like, no?
The UN. I'm
or
not
NATO.
I'm not a politician.
What about NATO?
NATO is the North American Treaty Organization.
Yeah. Can they say no?
No.
Spectre?
Spectre can step in. Yeah. So I'm not like a big politician guy, but from everything that I have paid attention to and just learned over the years, some of it's influenced by like movies and shit, but like I think the UN is the biggest fucking waste of time. Like they don't do anything. Like they can't do anything. Like all they do is just like convene like I don't know, maybe once a quarter. And like talk about the world issues and like make sure like everyone doesn't blow themselves up. But like they probably still argue with each other at these fucking like conventions. Like I don't understand like I get it like from a political standpoint, how the UN is beneficial to bring every country not of the world, but I think most countries in the world are in the UN. So like to get them all in the same spot and talking about shit is beneficial, but like the UN itself, I don't think really does a whole lot. Have you this so again, this is a movie, but have you ever seen Hotel Rwanda?
I have not.
So the thing that always pops into my brain for whatever reason is in Hotel Rwanda, which is about the Rwandan genocide back in the 90s. Great movie. Don Cheadle is in it. Came out, I think, in the early 2000s. The UN shows up, and like there's these people that are literally getting slaughtered in the streets, and they're like praying, like trying to run to the UN, and the UN like soldiers with guns just stand there, and they're like begging for help because they don't have jurisdiction.
Oh, God.
So like they couldn't do anything.
So what is there?
And like they're ordered, you know what I mean? It's like one of those weird like red tape things. So like the UN is there and it exists, but there's so much fucking red tape for them, like they might as well just not be there. But again, that's just my experience from watching Hotel Rwanda. And also just hearing people talk about the UN all the time on the news and shit like that. But I don't know. I say fuck it. Blow them up.
Yeah. I mean, people are really bummed out.
I think the unfortunate thing is, I think there's going to be some sort of domestic event. Like, I think something's going to happen over here. They're going to attack somewhere, some city, some event. And then that's going to galvanize a lot of people to say enough is enough. Let's fuck these bitches up. Like, let's just go. Because that's literally, the rest of the world might be for everything when they come to America and fuck with us here. I don't think anyone has ever fared well when they attack America on America's own soil.
Japan did pretty good.
Yeah, they ought to be able to grow crops in about 72 years.
Yeah, as long as those crops are gravel, like you can grow rocks.
Yeah, Nagasaki is great this time of year. Or at wide open beaches, you won't have to worry about crowds over there. But like even going back to, well, obviously the revolution, like the Brits came over and we fucked them up. I think the French and Indian War, the French came over. I think we fucked up. I forget how that went.
I don't know how that went.
I would need Dickie for that. Yeah. He's the history guy.
History guy.
But I just don't think anyone has, literally in America's history, I don't think we've ever had a bad time. Well, obviously the big one is 9/11. You know, how'd that work out for Afghanistan and the Taliban? But I mean,
bombed out and depleted.
Yeah.
You Buck Nasty's suit.
So I feel shitty like saying that as like a prediction, but I think it's a very high possibility.
I have a prediction if that happens.
Yeah.
Then we have to hear the conspiracy theories about why the pro-war people staged it.
Yeah, I know.
To then,
I know.
quote, as you said, galvanize the people to go to war.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's
It'll be an inside job.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
9/11 was an inside job, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I love conspiracies, don't get me wrong, but like
Asinine.
some of them are just a little
Fucking asinine.
like the world being flat. Come on, get the fuck out of here. There's an ice wall around us. Come on, dude.
There's an ice wall around us?
Yeah, that's the world is flat, people. That's
Where's the ice wall?
Around the whole edge.
So theoretically, one could find this ice wall.
Yes.
Have you seen this ice wall?
No.
Have any of these people seen this ice wall?
No, because the world government turns the ships around. So this is amazing. I know we're going to do a whole conspiracy episode eventually, but this one is my favorite one, the flat earth theory. Because, so in order for a conspiracy to work, everyone needs to be in on it. All it takes is one person to be a whistleblower, and then it completely destabilizes the whole cover-up, and then validates the conspiracy. It's like the whole aliens thing in Area 51 with Bob Lazar. Like, all it takes is that one guy, Bob Lazar. The U.S. government has been trying for like fucking 50 years to discredit this guy. And he keeps coming back and saying, I know what I saw, this is what happened, this is what's there, this is what I did, yada, yada, yada. Whatever. So, the flat earth thing, it's like, you need to get every single sailor in the world on board. And it's not just like, you know, like military, like, you know, commanders and navies and stuff like that. Like, the guy that runs the Carnival cruise ship, like, needs to be in on the conspiracy. And, like, every single pilot in the world also, like, and again, not just
they fly into the wall.
Right, not just, like, the Air Force of different countries, like the guy that runs Spirit Airlines. Like, he needs to be in on the conspiracy. Like, there's so many people that need to be in on this for this to work. It's just not, there's not a fucking chance. On top of that, you're a fucking idiot if you think the world is flat. Like, my number one go-to thing is, you know the Coriolis effect? It's in ballistics. So it's like, to calculate the distance a bullet will travel and the speed and the trajectory it's at, like where the target's going to hit. In the Coriolis effect, that equation takes into account the curvature of the Earth.
But it's not curved.
So if the Earth wasn't curved, that equation wouldn't work, but it works every single time. So it's like, you guys are fucking idiots.
I don't know, man. I've never fallen off the side of it, so...
I know. It's because the ice wall.
Ice wall.
The ice wall holds all the water in. That's literally what they say.
It's awesome.
And like, I just don't understand. Like, where do they think, like, volcanoes and mountains come from? Like, the whole point of the tectonic plates and shit. Like, you know, like, people are so, like, that's so dumb. The Earth is flat. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it's just like Pastafarians.
Yeah.
Believe in a flying spaghetti monster in the sky. You ever see that old picture where the woman took her license photo with a fucking strainer on her head because she was a Pastafarian and that's part of her belief system?
I don't think so.
Or I guess the strainer's wrong. It was a colander.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Happened before.
Huh. That's kind of interesting. I'm scrolling through some of these other articles on the whole Iran thing, and apparently, like, people are just being dumb about it. They're saying like, oh, Iran flew a flag the other day that they've never flown before in the history of their country, and it's like, all right, cool, I don't care. It's like a red flag. So I also follow a bunch of people that are ex-military.
Would you call that red flag a red flag?
Uh-oh. So I follow a bunch of people that are ex-military on Instagram, and they were having a field day with that. They were like, everyone was like, so they were all posting it, saying like, the range flag is up, range is hot, everyone's ready, let's go, locked and loaded. Like, other people were saying like, that's weird, I thought it would be a white flag. Like, people were just like, you were just having a fucking field day with that. But hey, you know, whatever. I still stand by it. If the war happens, I'm gonna go fucking enlist, because why not?
I also have an update on the Pastafarian thing.
Yeah.
If you Google Pastafarian license,
Yeah.
driver's license,
Yeah.
and go to Google Images, there's not just one.
There are multiple people.
I'm scrolling, and there's multiple.
Let's see, Pastafarian license.
I got to imagine they're all fake,
Images.
but There's a lot of them, dude. One guy looks like Dark Helmet.
Holy shit! I need to do this. We should all. That should be a Sarcasm Speaks thing. We're gonna take it over. Everyone that so all 50 people to listen to the show. When you go to renew your license, you have to put a colander on your head for your license picture.
You're a Pastafarian.
We're all gonna practice Pastafarianism.
Yep.
Oh shit! Does that mean I can't go to war if I'm a Pastafarian?
I don't know. I don't know the morals or values of the flying spaghetti monster. What do you think they are?
I have no idea, but these pictures are hilarious.
There's so many of them.
So many. There's so many different people.
I thought it was just gonna be like one.
Yeah, no. One of them is in Massachusetts.
See, that's the one I remember.
Yeah. Pastafarian wins court case in Massachusetts. That's the thing. Where? Hold on. Let me read you this this headline when this page loads. All right. Woman. Fuck. I have to fucking sign up for the Boston Globe. Fuck you. All right. Woman allowed to wear spaghetti strainer in the Massachusetts license photo. A woman who identifies herself as a Pastafarian, a follower of a religion that teaches that an airborne spaghetti monster could have created the universe, has succeeded in her bid to wear a colander on her head in her driver's license photo.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is incredible.
So, unfortunately, federal court in the U.S. has ruled Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster not a real religion.
Oh.
I don't know when that happened. That could be problematic.
That just means they just don't have a good enough accountant. Or enough money to pay the government. Whatever. Although, technically, to be a religion, you don't pay taxes, so that's the thing. So they probably just don't have a good enough accountant. So they couldn't file the paperwork.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So I asked an accountant one time about like writing off a golf membership.
Yeah.
And he goes, I mean, we asked, we're like, what do you have to do to like write off like country club membership?
Yeah.
So you could be a PGA pro. I'm like, okay, well we're not that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I mean, you can write off whatever you want. Just better be convincing if you get audited. He goes, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everything's right off.
That's
you
awesome.
know, certain things bring up red flags, like
Right.
Pastafarian churches.
Yeah. Dude, the fucking Scientology is a fucking church. So is Mormonism. Like, those
I drove by the Joseph Smith birthplace in Vermont.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one, but I don't know another Joseph Smith that would have like the brown highway sign that says like Joseph Smith birthplace.
Yeah, I don't know.
I drove by that.
Joseph Smith, the guy that he invented which one?
Mormonism.
Oh yeah, he was born in Sharon, Vermont.
I drove past that.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, both of those religions are fucking stupid. Scientologists believe that when you die, you get your own planet.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I remember the Thetan level things. Actually, all of my knowledge comes from South Park on Scientology.
Yeah.
Most of my knowledge on Mormonism comes from South Park.
Yeah.
But then I also read the Book of Mormon
Yes.
at the hotel party.
Oh, that's right.
Annihilated.
Yeah.
In the Facts of South Park checkout.
That's the one where, That's the one where Joseph Smith found the tablets, right?
Yeah, he found the gold tablets.
Yeah, and only he could read them.
And only he could read them.
With his seer stone.
Yep. So then
14 years old.
He had someone translate the tablets. And the guy goes home and his wife's like, you're fucking crazy. So they quote unquote lose the translations.
Yeah.
They really just hit him.
Right.
But they went back to Joseph Smith and said they lost him. Like, you need to translate him again. And then Joseph Smith goes to the tablets. He goes, all right, well, God's mad at me for losing the original translations, so he changed them.
Oh, God.
it'll be mostly the same theme, but it'll be different.
Oh boy.
That was in South Park, and I'm pretty sure it actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're pretty good with that.
Well, they put in the disclaimer at the bottom saying this is what Mormons actually believe. They never do that.
Yeah. Wow, that's funny. Speaking of conspiracies and shit that I don't believe, there was a brief segment the other night on 60 Minutes on Jeffrey Epstein. So we have an update.
Did he kill himself?
We don't think so. Which, hey, big surprise. So, as it goes, the story, Epstein's brother hired a forensic pathologist, I think. It's an interesting job title. Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm a forensic pathologist. Oh, what do you do?
I look at fingerprints.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just do stuff. I do stuff forensically.
That's your new job.
Yeah.
You do stuff.
Yeah, that's right. So they hired a forensic pathologist, and he went and looked at the body. So I watched this. It's real quick. It's like 5-6 minutes. I found it on YouTube. And he comes on, and he talks about how when he did his own autopsy, there were 2 fractures, or, I mean, technically it's a gland, but like he called them fractures. I don't know why. Or like disruptions in the thyroid gland. And there was also a break in the hyoid bone.
Yep.
So
we may have covered this.
Yep. And then he also said that there was what the fuck is the word for it? Petriculation or something? Whatever. In his eyes. That typically only happens when there's like force involved and not really involved when there's hanging.
Yeah.
So he laid all these things out. Also, the super interesting fucking thing is that the noose that was found next to the body was made of cloth. So it was orange. So it was almost like he had like a jumpsuit, like same material in like a prison jumpsuit. But there were no jagged edges. It almost looked like it was like seamed. So like he didn't sit there with a fucking pair of scissors and like cut it, you know what I mean? Or like just rip the shirt or whatever he used.
Yeah. So
it looked like it was actually seamed. And because it was fabric, it looks like fabric. Like it's thicker. Like if I ripped my sleeve off, like it's gonna look like thick fabric. The line around his neck was like maybe 1/4 of an inch thick.
Ooh, like the Thing.
Yes.
James Bond movies.
Yes. And there's also ligature marks on the back of his neck as well.
Oh god, what's that called?
The piano string?
No, it's like something wire.
Yeah, I know, but
I gotcha.
Yeah. So it just doesn't add up. Like the you can see the bruise. They put the picture on. So I watched 2 things. I watched the 60-minute one, and then I found one that Fox News did the next day with the same guy. They put the pictures on TV, and they were like, "Now we have to warn you, like these may be graphic and not inappropriate for some people." So they like flashed the picture of Epstein's neck with ligature mark on it, and his mouth is like open, and you can like they cut off before you get to the eyes. But like I'm like, oh wow, it's a dead body.
Yeah.
And but you can see for yourself, like the bruising and the bleeding around his neck is very thin. There's also no blood on the noose at all. So like none of this fucking adds up. And here's the kicker. The 2 guards that allegedly found him will not give any testimony and now are being charged criminally in the case. So now, because it's a criminal case, no one can say anything.
On purpose?
I mean,
like criminal charges on purpose?
If I were trying to hide something, that's what I would do.
I gotcha. I have a question.
Yeah.
If Jeffrey Epstein was killed by
Hillary Clinton,
a guard, let's say a guard killed him.
Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat.
So let's say a guard killed him.
Yeah.
And the guard was arrested.
Yes.
And charged with the murder of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes.
Would anybody care?
I think regular people wouldn't care. I think regular people would be like, oh yeah, see, I told you Epstein didn't kill himself. Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself. Hashtag knew it all along. Like something stupid like that. But like the conspiracy, like the true conspiracy people are like, because there's always like the next level with conspiracy people. There's always the next thing. So it's like, okay, well, we know the guard killed him. Why did the guard kill him? What motivation would the guard have to kill this guy? And they would want to trace it back to allegedly the Clinton family.
Okay. Just the whole thing through this whole thing. Because, like, it came out, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is, but I don't know who anybody is, so whatever.
Right.
And then it's been nonstop. I'm like, would anybody care? If it... That's what I was trying to figure out. Was it his death that was the issue, or the fact that they said it was he killed himself, but he didn't kill himself? What are people so hung up about? That's the only thing.
That's a pun.
No, it's not. You didn't do it.
It's true.
Yeah. That's what I was like trying to figure out. I'm like, because I just don't care about politics. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just don't care about.
It's not really a political thing per se. It's the fact that he potentially had information that could bury major politicians worldwide.
Yeah.
Like it's already come out. Like Prince Andrew has already been essentially disowned from the royal family. They told him he couldn't live at the fucking palace anymore. Like he had to leave everything. Like because
who's he married to?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But he was the one that was accused by like a 16, 17-year-old, whatever, and yada yada. He was at fucking Epstein's Island, all this connection bullshit. So the royal family was like, yeah, we're not dealing with this. You're leaving. Like, we don't even care, like, if it's true or not. Like, you're not part of this family anymore. So he's done. But, like, all of these fucking people, like, you know, good old Bill. How you doing, everybody? He took like fucking 23 trips to fucking Epstein's Island. Like he's on the charter like 23 fucking times. Like what is he doing?
Yeah.
You know? So there's and it's not just those two. Like there's tons of politicians. I'm sure there's people that are like hedge fund managers and fucking CEOs of corporations and shit. Yeah, it's just a bunch of rich people that are fucking either pedophiles or...
Well, I was just saying, I don't know if we talked about it or if it was somebody else. Someone else mentioned, they go, yes, obviously the pedophilia was a thing.
Right.
But we don't know if there were just also girls there. Like, of age.
Right. No, for sure. For sure.
So it's not, kitty touching, but still, sketchy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, that's the whole thing. I always I'm like, is it a big deal that he's dead, or is it a big deal that they lied about it?
It's the underlying story. Yeah. And also, like...
So it's the whole...
How are you so fucking sloppy? Like, did they really think that, like, no one was going to care about it? Which actually kind of goes to show you, like, potentially, maybe this is the conspiracy theorist in me, but how often shit like this gets done because they literally don't care because they're like, no one's going to look into this. Doesn't matter.
I think that's what I was...
Get the job done, stage it, we're done.
I think that's what I was indirectly thinking. Yeah. Okay, so just because he just died, David Stern.
Right.
Let's pretend David Stern was like, in cahoots with God knows who about God knows what.
Yeah. Like, Supreme Leader Ayatollah.
So, what did he have, a heart attack?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, so I look at him like, oh, he had a heart attack.
No, brain aneurysm.
Oh, silent killer.
Yeah. My third biggest fear.
So brain aneurysm's different because obviously you can't stage that.
No.
But you can stage a heart attack.
Right.
So let's pretend it's a different person, heart attack. And I'm like, oh shit, that person had a heart attack. 77, that's a little young, but happens.
Yeah.
Like I would never know the difference.
Right? Like how are you that sloppy?
I don't know.
Like I get it, like the guy was
amateurs.
The guy was in prison, but like I don't know. Oh, the other thing too, He had a fucking injection mark in his arm. They have no idea where it came from. They showed the picture of it.
Like
he has a track mark in one of his arms. It's an injection site.
Like they
and
like put him out,
and no one's saying anything because the two guards can't, and then no one else is going to talk because there's a criminal investigation going on.
Right.
So like,
so if they put him out, then no one would have heard anything.
Right. They just don't know. They're like, yeah, and there's a track mark in his arm. We don't know what it's from. We don't know. No idea. We don't know if was he in the hospital? Did he get an IV?
Guy loves heroin.
Did someone, you know what I mean? Like, but it was fresh. Like, obviously not fresh because he's a dead body.
Yeah,
but like,
heroin.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of crazy shit there. But this guy, so the Fox News one that I was watching, gotta love Fox News. One of the anchors looks at this guy, the fucking forensic guy, and goes, it sounds like you've already drawn your own conclusions about this. Like, do you care to share what you think actually happened? And the guy was like, I have no idea, honestly, but like what I can say from the facts and the science behind the case is that it would appear to me, with my experience, that this death was more related to a strangulation than a suicide hanging. But like, that Fox anchor was like trying to bait him into saying like he didn't kill himself, but he was just like, the guy was actually pretty good. He stuck to his guns and he was, I guess, political about it, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. And on that note, Ricky Gervais.
Yes. Oh my God. He absolutely fucking murdered the Golden Globes on Sunday night.
Yeah. So my favorite reaction from all that, because I feel like everyone's heard it by now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He just basically calls out all of Hollywood and tells them that they're fucking pussies.
Yes.
That's how I interpret it.
Yeah.
Don't get up here being political. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. My favorite line was, you probably have less schooling than Greta Thunberg, who's in like fucking 9th grade or something.
She's like 16.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna defend celebrities. Like no one's gonna feel bad for a celebrity.
No. Well, SJWs will, and like the flaky left. Normal people will not defend celebrities.
So people who also don't live in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was awesome when I saw it, and then go to work the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that funny. I thought he was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
He's a comedian. He was like reading jokes off the card. Like, isn't that the point of being a comedian? You like don't have to read. Like, do you like not know what you're talking about? And I'm like, I'm not saying anything because it's gonna be whatever.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like they say it's like his last one. I'm like, you are all retarded.
Yeah, he literally said going into it too. He was like, "This is the last show that I'm doing. I'm never doing these ever again."
Yeah.
So like he kind of alluded to the fact that he was going scorched earth, like leading up to it.
Yeah.
Because he's done them before, and I think he hated doing it last year, and then he said he was done, and they must have backed up the fucking Brinks truck to get him back this year. Because this guy also might as well print his own money. Like, he created the original Office over in Britain. He was a creator and producer of The Office over here. He's done numerous stand-ups, specials. He has The Afterlife. He's been in on like a bunch of other like random comedy shows over the years that has like a producer or a writer or whatever. That guy has more fucking money. Like, he has fuck you money. Like, he has enough money to be a host of an award show and go up and roast everyone at the show.
Is he getting any kind of backlash or anything outside of like vaginitis syndrome?
From like, you mean outside of like celebrities and like
yeah, well, I mean, he just fucking went up there and absolutely just,
Yeah, no. I mean, I haven't, granted, I haven't watched the news. I don't know how the media is covering it, but I would imagine most of them would probably either not cover it or say like, oh, it's very distasteful.
Yeah.
But like, He was fucking amazing.
Oh, it was so good. Talk about just sitting up there and just saying everything.
Yeah.
That everybody thinks.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
stop talking about
especially the
stupid fucking things.
Yeah, the fucking speeches. They're so stupid.
Most of them were pretty good.
I didn't pay attention to a single one.
The Tom Hanks one was so fucking long I stopped listening.
Yeah.
But I don't think he got political. I think most of his was like, thank you to all of these people throughout my entire career.
Yeah, didn't he also get the real award? Like
yeah,
the big one?
He got the Lifetime Achievement.
Yeah, I guess you get an extra couple minutes for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there was, was it Michelle Williams?
Michelle Williams.
Who I don't even know who that person is.
No idea.
But she seemed to be talking for a while.
She was going on about like
just how encouraging
great,
women to vote.
How great abortion was.
Oh,
that was one of my favorite fucking clapbacks on Twitter. So someone, so they post the video or a clip or like a picture, whatever, and they quoted what she said.
Yeah, all she was doing
that,
was like she was just trying to like convince women to get out there and vote.
Right. So she I'm paraphrasing the quote, but it was something along the lines of like, all of us women need to get out there and show the world like that what we represent, and we need to get more women in power. And then someone on Twitter like responded back to that and goes, 53% of white women voted for Donald Trump. So like, go fuck yourself. Like, like she was the worst. She was by far the worst fucking speech of the night.
Was her whole thing that
I wouldn't be here if I didn't have an abortion? She also may have alluded to the fact that she had multiple abortions.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was confirming.
Yeah. Which, hey, we've talked about it on the show before. I don't care. You want to get an abortion, go right ahead. But you have to accept the fact that you are, in fact, killing a life.
I just don't understand how an abortion makes you a successful actor.
Actor?
Are they all actors?
Yeah. I think...
Screen persons.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. to be honest.
Like you had the talent, whether you had the abortion or not.
Right.
I didn't know abortions gave you talent to act.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're trying to make it in Hollywood? Well, have you had an abortion yet? Like, the fuck?
Oh, didn't we decide the other night, too, that, like, I was going to get one, right?
Yeah,
because guys can get pregnant now?
Because you can get pregnant. You have to be careful.
Yeah, so guys can get pregnant, so I'm just going to get, like, a bunch of abortions to get successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I forgot about that.
According to Michelle Williams.
Right. Well, I combined her take with the, it's 2019 now.
Yeah.
Things can happen.
Yeah. So, I think you went to bed at this point, but I stayed up and watched the ending. So it was either the last or, like, one of the very last awards was Best Lead Actor. And, obviously, rightfully so, Joaquin Phoenix won.
All right.
For the Joker. So he gets up there, and he's a weird fucking guy normally. I don't know if he was on drugs or if he was fucked up somehow, but like he was almost still in character as Arthur Fleck.
It hasn't worn off yet.
Like he walks up on stage and is like in shock, and like takes the Golden Globe, looks at it, and immediately like puts it on the ground. And then, like, starts talking into the microphone. And he's, like, stumbling and rambling and saying things like, oh, I'm honored for all this, like, and he's, like, and like, just doing stuff like that and, like, saying, like, and truly, like, it's like, everyone says this, but this and that, and he was going on. And then he started, he got slightly political, but he said that, again, something along the lines, I don't remember exactly, of we're all up here and we preach about causes, but at the end of the day, we are the ones that need to make the whatever he said. So essentially, in a nutshell, what he was saying was all of us in this room are really fucking rich, and we tell people that they need to donate to different causes, but what are we actually doing?
Nothing.
And it's you people in this room that can make the difference, not just your words up here telling regular people that they need to donate. You have all the fucking money. Is like essentially what he was saying, but he was so fucked up or like so awkward, like it just came out really weird. And he's probably still thinks he's Arthur Fleck, but like he's just Joaquin Phoenix. But like, and I was like, oh wow, like this is good. So he's going and he's saying all this stuff, and they put the music on him. They give him the music.
They
like,
get the big cane
to like get ready to get off stage, and he doesn't give a fuck. And you can see there was like one of the, I don't know, we'll call them security, but like they're like kids, like the young people that like in tuxedos that like escort people on and off the stage.
Oh, okay.
So like you can see the guy in the background, and he like kind of looks off stage and like looks back, and you can see him getting like a little like antsy because like the music's been playing for like 20 to 30 seconds, and Joaquin Phoenix isn't stopping. And he just keeps going, and like you can tell like he's like, oh shit, like I think I'm supposed to like do something, but like it's Joaquin Phoenix and like we're on TV. Like it was just it was amazing to watch because Joaquin Phoenix didn't give a fuck, and he called out essentially everybody in the room and said, you guys suck, for lack of a better word.
Not wrong.
Yeah. So my other favorite thing was who was it? Kate Blanchett, I think. Yeah, she's Australian. She went up there. Yeah, she was up there, and she said like climate change is burning down my country and all this stuff, and we need to think about alternative. You know, the typical politics bullshit. Well, today, someone on Twitter took the picture of her on the stage, quoted what she said, and then replied to it with an article from somewhere, some news outlet in Australia, and the headline of the thing said, Australian officials identify 31 people that were charged or suspects in the arson. Like the fires in Australia were started by arsonists.
Yeah.
Like they know that for a fact. And like people are out here saying like it's climate change.
Yeah. The climate change is an arsonist.
Yeah, because climate causes fires.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Good, I'm gonna go start them, and I'm gonna put them out with myself.
Well, okay, while you're out there, can you burn the recycling?
Yeah, why not? So that's there's a lot of good shit that's been going on in Alaska. This has been great entertainment.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. But you want to start wrapping this bitch up?
Yeah. Attleboro High School.
Yeah.
Local guys. So, right around Christmas, the kids at the school asked the janitor, hey man, what do you want for Christmas? And it's a guy that's there, he's there every day, like, knows everybody, whatever. Said, like, boots or something. So the kids went, I don't know how many, I don't know, whatever. They went and got him boots, like the boots he wanted.
Wow.
Gave it to him for Christmas.
Yeah. How'd they know his size?
Hey, maybe. Hey, man, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I'd really like a pair of boots. Cool, what size you want? Maybe they asked.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Update to the story.
Yeah.
The nature of the gift is called into question. He had to donate the boots.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yep.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
What the fuck? How did you find out about this?
Twitter.
Someone at the gym?
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter?
Twitter. Someone tweeted at Jim Murray. They put a link to that
Yeah.
and go, dumbest time to be alive.
I want to buy this guy a pair of boots.
And he said, like, this is fucking infuriating. I don't know how to spell the name. Coelho? Coelho?
Yeah.
Attleboro High?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyone wants to buy the man boots.
What the fuck, dude? That's fucking ridiculous.
How many pairs of boots are probably at that fucking school right now?
Like, talk about just a good group of kids. Like, you have a group of high school kids.
Here's a good one. What did you think I was going to say?
I didn't know where that was going to go.
What did you think I was going to say?
I was waiting for the catch. When you said that a group of high school kids went up to a janitor and said, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "Oh no, this poor guy." And then like my immediate thought, that my first question I was gonna ask you was like, "Don't tell me this guy was like mentally challenged or something like that, or like fuck, like these fucking My immediate thought was these asshole fucking kids. And then you said they bought him a pair of boots.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay. Well, this isn't like you to just bring something up that's cheerful and uplifting.
Oh, and hey, I thought it was a good story.
Yeah, this is literally the thoughts that were running through my head as you were saying this, like 2 minutes ago. And I'm like, where is this gonna go? And then you said the story, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking awesome. Like a group of high school kids, like they're usually fucking assholes, and they just decided to pool together their money. They don't have a lot of money. You don't have money in high school.
Nope.
They pulled together money to buy their janitor boots because, like,
someone questioned the ethics of the gift on the Everything Attleboro website.
Who is this person? We need to find this person, and like we all need to take turns driving to their house and just leaning on your fucking car horn for 24 hours straight. Like, do not let this fucking asshole sleep. Like, that's such a fucking bullshit thing to do.
They question the ethics. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy them a bunch of tickets to Star Wars at the North Attleboro Theater.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, at Everything Attleboro as well. So, looking like a Facebook group.
Wow. What a fucking piece of shit. Whoa, what are the ethics behind it? It's a bunch of fucking probably.
They wanted to buy the fucking janitor boots. What
16,
the fuck? What do you
17-year-old
what,
guys.
what do you think the janitors do? Oh, he's actually a drug kingpin, and they're giving him boots for drug. Like, what the fuck was like? Yeah. What ethics are the issue?
Right, for Christmas too. You know what I bet it was? Just because it was Christmas. I bet you the person doesn't celebrate Christmas, and that's.
I don't. I mean, I celebrate Festivus, but I'm not a fucking up in arms.
Yeah, it's just fucking. What if that person, whoever it is a fucking cunt. You're a fucking giant cunt, whoever you are from North Attleboro.
Wow. A FBI guy's good on my phone. I typed in ever, and Everything Attleboro was ready to pop up on my Facebook.
Wow.
I'm gonna, during your final thought, oh, it's private? Fuck me.
I hope this person gets absolutely fucking roasted. That's such a fucking bullshit thing. Like, I honestly, there's so little good left in this world. Like, for those high school kids to do that is, like, such an awesome thing. Like, I hope someone turns around and buys him another pair, or, like, buys him something. I mean, also, the guy's a high school janitor. Like, he probably doesn't make a lot of money. I don't know how old he is. Maybe he's retired.
He looks oldish.
And this is his, like, retirement job, just to, like, dick around and be a janitor. But, like, I don't know. Most people I know that are janitors, like, aren't there either by choice or for some, you know, like, some sort of circumstances had to happen for you to become a janitor. Man, that really fucking pisses me off. That makes me fucking...
I gotta imagine someone's fucking stepped in and bought the guy a pair of boots.
I fucking hope so. And I hope someone fucking... Like I said, I hope there's a line of cars outside this asshole's house.
I think it's, whatever. I don't know the website, or I don't know how it works. I believe it was either, like, I think it was anonymously done.
It's fucking stupid.
Know why? Because whoever did it definitely would not have the testicles or ovaries, I guess, to fucking put their name behind it.
No.
There's no way anyone would have the nuts to do it.
Nope.
And they have the balls to complain, but not the balls to fucking put their name.
Yeah. Fucking cunt. Absolute fucking cunt. Fuck.
Fucking slam pig.
That just made me fucking so mad. But that's why people stop doing nice things, because dumb shit like that happens.
Yeah.
So now those kids, the lesson you just taught those children is that
don't do things. Don't do nice things for people.
Yeah, or it doesn't matter if you do nice things because someone can ruin it.
Yep.
So now they're gonna not do good things.
Yep.
Like, that's the lesson you just taught those children. They're not. It's not fucking like adults. Like, these are children. They're between the ages of 15 and 17. You are a child. You are still learning life things. Like, fuck that person. I hope they wake up to fucking flat tires in their car. Fuck. Well, a tie to Attleboro. This ties in nicely to my final thought. Aaron Hernandez has a documentary coming out.
Oh yeah, I did see like a thing about that.
Next week, I think. 2 weeks. January 17th. It's coming out, and I am super fucking interested in this. It's gonna be on Netflix. I want to know like how they're gonna do it. Obviously, like, you know, you can piece together like old footage and stuff, but like, I would assume there's like not actual footage of him like killing people, but like, I'm super...
They had the videos in the house though.
Right. But I am super fucking curious to see. I want to see it. Like, I want to see it really bad. Like, I want to know what kind of story they're going to cover and how they're going to do it, too. Because if they go in and they're like, well, he was just a troubled youth from a young age. He was led astray. He fell into the wrong group of people. But he tried. He tried to make his life right. He tried to join the NFL. He tried to get married. He had a daughter. He was on the right path.
None of those things indicate trying not to kill people.
Right. No, exactly. But they're either gonna go that way or they're gonna tell the truth and be like, this guy was an absolute monster. He was smoking fucking PCP on the reg. He was murdering people. No one really knows the actual story because it's never been confirmed, but allegedly killed Odin Lloyd because he fucking spilt a drink on him at a club. Or the other rumor is that because Odin knew he was gay, you know, there's just like, are they going to cover the gay thing?
I'm telling you right now,
I'm going to watch this.
I don't know which club allegedly this happened.
Yeah.
No one spills a drink on someone.
Yeah.
And is brought to fucking the backwoods of Attleboro to get fucking killed execution style.
Right.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah. So I'm really, really interested I will be seeing this.
Well, and there's also what happened in Florida too.
Yeah. Well,
that was the double murder, right?
Yep. Yeah. So the other part too is it's on Netflix, so I don't have to actually go anywhere to watch it. So I'm absolutely gonna watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
So that's that. January 17th, folks. Mark your calendars. And so I think that's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the show. Stay up to date on all the videos. We're getting a lot of hits on YouTube. I think I just used a really catchy title with the last episode. We're going to World War III.
Yes.
A lot of views. That's pretty good. Thanks, guys. Hopefully you're watching this show now because now you like the show. So if you do, click that fucking subscribe button. Also, wherever you're listening, click the subscribe button. Stay up to date on the shows and everything that comes out. Tell all the fucking people you know about it too. Spread the word. Spread it like fucking syphilis. We want to be syphilis. You heard it here first. Sarcasm Speaks is syphilis. So tell everybody, everyone you come in contact with, tell them about the show. And you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks, and also the good old Facebook page. It's just Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time. Hopefully there is a next time when we're not in the middle of a nuclear war.
Trump tweeted 23 minutes ago.
And
on that note, later.
Nice.
He tweeted nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, everybody.
So of course, 3-year Letterman. Iran knows America is the oldest, greatest, and freest country ever. And someone tries to say that Iran's 2,500 years old. One of our presidents, Ben Franklin, literally invented electricity. And someone comes underneath, Mike Hunt. I'm tired of these Franklin deniers.